Good morning, my friends. I am coming to you early today because I am vowed to myself I am going to go outside. The sun is shining. It's still the coolest side. It is supposed to be in the 60s today, which for us is cool, but it was like in the 50s yesterday. It was cold. I mean, that's cold for this Southern California girl. Anyways, I am going to spend my day outside. It has been proven that vitamin D helps people stay healthy. It even helps sick people get well faster. I saw this, and you guys correct me. I'm not sure. Maybe it was the Spanish flu. I don't know, where they were caring for sick people, and they actually moved their sick cots outside because they found that patients who were in the sun actually healed faster. And I can totally believe that, because when it is gloomy, I would not be, you Pacific Northwest ladies, I would not be good with that. I would love how green and lush and beautiful your gardens are, but I don't think I could live with day after day of rain and gloominess. I don't know, maybe, I'm sure that's a little dramatic. I'm sure I could live, but I would probably be one of those people who suffer from that seasonal depression. I would say it is a very, very real thing. Let me know if you know anyone or if you suffer from that. I think that after a few days I would be feeling pretty blue. So we have had like a solid month of rain at least a few times a week, and cloudiness the rest of it. Today the sky, I can't wait to show you, is so completely blue. I called my local nursery, Armstrong's Gardens. I don't know if I told you this yesterday or not. I may start repeating myself, guys, because that's what we do when we talk a lot. We talk to each other a lot. We kind of start repeating the same story. So if I do, you won't hurt my feelings if you call me out on it. But if, I know where I was going with this. I called my local garden center, which is closed, which breaks my heart because I love strolling there, but obviously I totally understand. They have online service, so you can order online and then they can either arrange for delivery, or you can go to the parking lot. Literally, you pop your trunk, they place it in, you wave, and that's it. No social contact, no, all of that. So yesterday I placed my order online, and then they actually call you and say, okay, what do you need? And then so I was talking to her about the area I was filling, and she told me what perennials they had, what annuals they had, all of that. And so I placed my order, and then later in the afternoon when I had a minute, I drove out there, and all they do is say, call us when you're in the parking lot, and they already have all of the carts ready. It's not like groceries where it's gonna go bad. They have the carts ready, just ready to push out to you. So in and out, just like that. So I have some alyssum to plant today, which is a border. I will show all this to you. A little bit of dianthus and lupin to go in today. So I will show you where I am planting it, and then I will show you after it's all planted in. This is my, this is a new border for me. This was totally nothing 3 months ago. It was something. It was a bunch of weeds. But it is almost ready. Well, it's totally ready to be planted, but it's maybe today I might get to halfway. And I'll ask your opinion. I think I'm gonna I need something tall, and it's just whether you design your house inside and decorate or design your garden outside, it's all about scale. It's all about having something interesting, having something tall, having something low, what colors are going with what colors. It's really, design is design no matter where you're doing it. So I'm gonna ask your opinion. I have an idea, but it may require my husband using power tools. So that's this weekend. And he has already said that he will finish our chicken coop. And if you've been following with me for any amount of time, last year we decided to get chickens. So we purchased a coop, my husband built it. We have a cute coop area started, and then there was some kind of foul quarantine here in California. Some bird virus. So we haven't been able to get birds. And so the chicken coop has sat unfinished for almost a year now. But now we have Bunny. He needs a little bit more room. So my husband's gonna complete it enough so that Brownie has a place to hop around during the daytime under supervision because we do get coyotes and other birds of prey around here that I would never just leave him out. And he will have a place to actually go in the coop that's totally sheltered if he feels like he gets that fight or flight in him. So, and I keep looking over because he is still in the house. He needs to get outside. So we are going to finish that this weekend, and I can't wait to share that with you. There's other stuff going on back there, but our backyard has been a work in progress. We have been here 12 years, just over 12 years. For 5 years, our backyard has been a work in progress. My perennial beds are my beds. They've pretty much stayed the same as far as being kept. The cut flower garden once was a vegetable patch, so things like that changed, but my area, pretty much it hasn't changed as far as hardscape. I shouldn't say that. I take that back. The majority of it hasn't changed. But the backyard itself has been transformed a few different times where we didn't like it or it wasn't quite right. Well, now it's just to the point where the hardscape is 90% done. We still have like some capping to do on some brick area, some walls that my husband built. The caps still need to put on. So those are just like little tweaks, but the majority of it is done. So this year is all about making it pretty and really flushing it out. So that's the fun and exciting part. So that is what I'm doing. All of that to say, that's where some of the plants that I purchased, all of the plants that I purchased are going in that area, and it still has at least halfway more to be filled out, but I'm trying to be a little intentional in what I do. So all that to say, that is my plan for today. So I thought I would hop on here early and chat with you guys. I have to tell you what was on my heart this morning, and my husband and I had a nice conversation before he went to work. If anything comes out of this, I have really learned to value and cherish my husband. I mean, I love my children. I love my grandchildren. It's not about that at all. But I think, hold on, I am going to have to stop this. My alarm is going off. What was I saying now? Oh, I think that for so long, if you have children, your children kind of absorb your time. And then if you have grandchildren, then that just kind of spills over into that. And then life gets busy, and you know, my husband has always been important. I've always, love him, but I have not cherished him. And so I think if anything has come of this, I am learning to cherish my husband. He is my world right now. He is like it. It's just us. This is really weird, but it's weird in a good way, because I'm like, when I sent him off to work today, I thought, yes, we're concerned with the coronavirus, and yes, it kills people. Yes, all of these things are true, but just as likely my husband could get in the car and be in a car accident and not come home, and then the coronavirus would mean nothing. It would be, my world would be turned upside down. So I think that having just him here, does this make sense? And I don't mean it to sound selfish. I don't mean that I'm not caring for people, who are sick and who are losing loved ones through this, but I think it's just made me really cognizant of the fact that my time with my husband is finite. I mean, his time with me, who knows who will be taken home first, but I think just having to be together, not having the distractions of, oh, I'm meeting friends, or oh, the kids are coming over, or John's going to be here, let's do this or that. It's just us. So when we say, what are we going to do this weekend? It's like, what are we going to do this weekend? My husband is not going golfing. He's not going to the range. He's not, doing those things that fill up his time. I am not doing the things that fill up my time. So outside of the house that fill up my time. So I'm sorry about the heater going on, guys. I see these are one of the things, if I wasn't just doing this with you informally, I would cut this and turn the heater off, but we're just going to go with this. So anyways, I'm wondering, are you guys feeling that as well? Do you cherish whoever you're in the house with? Do you cherish them more? And I love my dog, and I cherish this, and I'm not equating a dog with a human, but if that's who you're in your home with, you just cherish them. You cherish the heartbeat of someone who's next to you when you're faced with this time of not being able to have your usual self. So really trying not to listen to the news. There's so many different opinions, and I think we just have to settle in our heart what we are feeling, use common sense, do the things that are going to keep us healthy, get out in the sun, get some vitamin D, go for a walk, all of those things that are going to keep us healthy, but not be overly consumed with what the news reports are saying or what our best friend's brother is saying. And I get a lot of videos of people who actually have the virus and what it feels like, and I think it's important that we acknowledge it, but I think it's also even more important that we don't live there. I mean, what would be a worse way to spend your last days, if these were your last days for whatever reason, whether it was the virus or anything else that could be happening, to be worrying about the state of the world? I mean, I want to spend whatever time I have left, and God willing, it's, another 20 or 30 years. I want to spend that time just enjoying and cherishing every minute. So that is really it. Tonight on the menu, because we have to go there, yesterday I got my first order of 5 Mary's Farm meat. I love this family, I adore them. I'm going to put a link in this video, and I have always wanted to order meat from them. They are cattle ranchers, but they have pigs and sheep as well. But I always in my mind couldn't really justify the cost, because obviously grass-fed beef is going to be more expensive because the quality is better. It's like anything else. You can buy, and I'm going to go there, you can buy essential oils from Target, or Amazon, but the quality is not going to be the same as what you get from doTERRA. So you can buy meat that is good at, the grocery store or whatever, feed your family, but it's not going to be the same quality as one that is grass-fed and hand-raised, and you just see the operation of the family. So I did it, I went and I got it. I got ground beef, and I got an extra large roast, which I cut into 3. I could have actually probably cut it into 4, because it's just my husband and I. So actually the meat that I got, it could last me a good 5-6 weeks. So when you think about it that way, anyways, so I got my first order of 5 Mary's meat. I am going to make a roast for dinner. I didn't tell my husband that the meat came, so I want to see if he notices a difference, especially this weekend. I'll make hamburgers, because that's kind of like if he says, oh my gosh, these are the best hamburgers I've ever had, or if he says, yeah, those are good burgers. I just want to see for myself if he notices a difference. So today is pot roast. It's roast. I'm not sure if it's pot roast. Probably some root vegetables, mashed potatoes. When my husband was a kid, for his birthday, his mom would make him egg noodles, and that he would put over, and then gravy. I know it sounds weird, and maybe his family is from the East Coast, from Delaware exactly, but that was just his favorite meal. So I thought it would be fun if I made that for him. I'm going to make some yeast rolls, which means I got to get those started before I head outside. So it's going to be a kind of an extra special yummy dinner. So what are you fixing? How are you doing with the news media? I have an aunt who watches it 24/7, but I have to say she always has. That is just her thing. Are you a news junkie? Or can you just get, like me, I give myself a half an hour. I have one newscaster that I like, and that's just that 1/2 hour. I figure I caught up, and I try not to dwell on it. So tell me, where are you on that spectrum? Let's see what else. I guess that's it, guys. Are you outside gardening? I hope you are. I hope the sun is shining. Let me know. I hope you're still enjoying these visits, because I look forward to them every day, and I really look forward to your comments. I read them all. I try to respond as quickly as possible, but I told my husband that I would get off of the computer and my phone when he gets home. So I try to put it away and not be staring at it, because that's kind of rude, right? So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday. Are you guys losing track of the days too? Have a wonderful Thursday. enjoy your first, second, third cup of coffee, get outside in the sun, and I will see you tomorrow.